Have you ever felt like you're sabotaging your own potential without even realizing it? Are your daily habits slowly eroding your inner strength in this challenging life? It's time to uncover these hidden enemies and reclaim your power. Being strong is not just about facing external difficulties but also about overcoming internal weaknesses. We all have weaknesses, but what truly matters is how we choose to confront and surpass them. Strong individuals recognize that every failure is a lesson and every obstacle is an opportunity for growth. They don't shirk responsibility or escape reality by blaming others. Instead, they accept their circumstances, acknowledge their mistakes, and from there, forge a path forward. In today's video, we will explore 7 habits that inadvertently weaken your inner strength. But we won't stop there. We will also learn how Stoic philosophy can help you transform these habits, enabling you not just to survive each day, but to live a fulfilling and meaningful life. Join me on this journey to continuously strive for self-improvement, building a soul that is not only strong but also wise and serene. Habit number 1, negative self-talk. Have you ever realized that your silent thoughts could be the bells of fate echoing a profound verdict on your perception of this world? Our thoughts and words not only paint our view of the world but also have the power to create or destroy opportunities in each person's life. Stoic philosophy, with its deep insights into adjusting controllable factors, equips us with a powerful tool to transform negative thoughts, especially self-critical ones, into inner strength and exceptional resilience. The power of thoughts and words in shaping our lives is undeniable. Each negative thought we nurture, every self-deprecating word we whisper to ourselves, not only blurs our belief in our abilities but also prevents us from exploring and enjoying the wonderful aspects of life. When we embrace these negative thoughts, we inadvertently put on a pair of dark glasses, coloring every experience and interaction with a gloomy hue. The impact of negative self-talk is profound and long-lasting. Consider the case of Linda, a young marketing professional at a well-known tech company with a fiercely competitive atmosphere. Every day, Linda tells herself that she is not smart or creative enough to deserve promotion opportunities. She often ignores compliments from colleagues and management, believing she has not met their expectations. When nominated to participate in a potentially career-defining new project, Linda declined, believing she was not yet ready. The cost of these negative thoughts was not only the missed career opportunity but also its impact on her self-esteem and confidence. Instead of exploring her true potential, Linda had closed herself off from the possibilities of personal growth. Stoic philosophy teaches us that all events, whether positive or negative, can be met with calm acceptance. To manage negative thoughts, we need to learn to question ourselves: is this thought truly based on reality? Does it benefit me? By objectively examining these thoughts, we often find they are unfounded and valueless. Marcus Aurelius, a great Stoic philosopher, once said, "Other people's mistakes leave them to their makers." This emphasizes the importance of learning from every mistake. Rather than wallowing in self-blame, we should use these mistakes as stepping stones to further progress. Ultimately, developing inner strength is not about ignoring every negative thought but recognizing it as it arises and choosing a healthy response. This strength comes from confronting and changing what we can, accepting what we cannot, and wisely knowing the difference. Stoic philosophy is not just a guide on how to combat negative thinking but also a reminder that we can transform any negativity into personal strength, leading to a more prosperous and satisfying life. When we change our response to negative thoughts, we not only master ourselves but also feel a positive change in every aspect of our lives. Take a moment to feel the power of the emotions that life brings. Sometimes, in the face of difficulties, we may feel out of control and completely powerless. However, during such times, the philosophy of Stoicism can be a strong motivator, helping us find strength and meaning in challenges. Let's explore and experience this approach together to step-by-step change our lives. Habit number 2, complaining. We often encounter people like this. Every conversation starts with complaints, and it always revolves around the same issues. Their constant griping affects those around them with feelings of bitterness and discomfort. Even if friends or relatives try to help and address the woes they speak of, the mood of those who complain does not improve. At the next meeting, the listener is again caught in an endless loop of helplessness, moving from one frustration to another with the complaints remaining completely unchanged. There's nothing wrong with acknowledging the difficulties and risks of a situation, but there's a significant difference when you decide to give up and complain about those challenges and risks. At that point, you believe you are a victim, not a victor. When we grumble about everything around us, we become like a child who demands everything must be perfect for them. In life, complaining may seem like an easy escape from pressure. However, this habit is not only futile but also weakens our inner strength to face and resolve problems. Complaining is essentially a refusal to accept reality, a refusal to face the realities of life and instead immerse oneself in dissatisfaction. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." This suggests that instead of complaining about circumstances, we can choose to accept and adapt to them. We might not control everything that happens in our lives, but we have the right to control how we respond to them. Let's consider the story of Thomas, a high school math teacher. He often felt overwhelmed by the volume of grading and the pressure to improve student scores, leading to his frequent habit of complaining about the workload and pressure from the administration. However, when Thomas began to embrace and apply Stoic philosophy in his daily life, he realized that he could control his reactions to challenges instead of merely complaining about them. Thomas decided to focus on improving his organizational skills and prioritizing tasks while also striving to communicate more effectively with his students and colleagues to gain support and mutual understanding. As a result, he reduced his stress and became more satisfied with his teaching job, improving his professional relationships and enhancing his work efficiency. Giving up the habit of complaining requires a profound change in our mindset and attitude. Instead of allowing frustration and dissatisfaction to dictate our lives, Stoicism teaches us to seek calmness, acceptance, and proactive action. It's not an easy process, but with patience and determination, we can learn to free ourselves from the binds of negativity, paving the way for a more meaningful and happier life. Have you ever wondered how many times you complain in a day and what results those complaints yield? Reflect on a recent day when you did not complain and compare it to the days when you spent most of your time grumbling. Let us know your answers and stories in the comments. This awareness could help you better understand the impact of a negative attitude on your life quality. Habit number 3, procrastination. Each day, each of us can find a dozen reasons to postpone a specific plan, even if it has been arranged in advance. Procrastination is not an innate trait but a habit that we nurture day by day, hour by hour. Have you also promised yourself that from tomorrow, next week, or next month things will be different, but then tomorrow never seems to come? Procrastination often stems from fear, a lack of confidence, or simply indecisiveness. When we feel uneasy about a task, we turn to procrastination as a temporary escape. However, this only adds to our mental burden over time. The philosophy of Stoicism not only emphasizes living virtuously but also encourages us to act. Every moment is precious, and we are advised to use them wisely. Philosophers like Seneca and Epictetus have taught that wasting time is essentially wasting life. How we think about time greatly affects our ability to overcome procrastination. Instead of viewing time as an enemy, we should see it as a friend who aids us in our personal development journey. By embracing each day as a gift, we are less likely to put things off. Breaking the cycle of procrastination requires the courage to face difficult tasks in life. Procrastination often becomes a significant barrier to achieving personal goals. Lucas, a freelance writer, experienced tough periods when his writing work was constantly delayed. However, he realized that to truly accomplish his goals, he needed to change his habits. This decision stemmed from a deep awareness of the value of time. Each morning, Lucas dedicates the first 2 hours to focusing on writing, sets 3 main goals he wants to achieve, and commits to not backing down until they are completed. This not only boosts Lucas's productivity and allows him to complete his work more efficiently but also brings a sense of satisfaction and achievement from the start of the day. By leveraging time wisely and patiently, Lucas not only overcame procrastination but also created meaningful and successful works. This demonstrates the power of will and determination in changing and developing oneself. Time is an irreplaceable asset. Once it has passed, it will never return. This realization is a strong motivation to act now, not tomorrow or later. It is this deep understanding that urges us to act without wasting a single moment. Procrastination is not only a bad habit but also a major obstacle to personal development and success. Stoic philosophy provides us with tools to recognize and combat procrastination through the practice of self-control, self-discipline, and a deep awareness of the value of time. As Seneca advised, act now, waste no more precious moments, and you will find that the door to freedom and success will open before you. If you have learned a lesson for yourself from habit number 3, leave a comment saying, "I value my own time," below the comment section of this video. We often choose the path of least resistance and avoid challenges that could shake our familiar sense of security. However, Stoic philosophy shows that it is in moments of facing difficulties that we find hidden strength and true growth. Stoicism not only helps us endure hardships but also makes us more resilient and steadfast in the face of life's storms. View each challenge as an invitation to become greater by overcoming it. We do not just live, but live fully and meaningfully. Habit number 4, avoiding challenges. To become stronger in life, facing challenges is not just an option but a necessity. Stoic philosophy provides deep insight into the value of leaving our comfort zones and the importance of challenging ourselves. Seneca, one of the great Stoic philosophers, once said, "You learn to know a pilot in a storm." This reminder tells us that only by facing difficulties can we discover and utilize our full capabilities. Stepping out of our comfort zone is not only an act of bravery but also a process of self-discovery where we learn, adapt, and ultimately grow. When we choose safety by avoiding challenges, we inadvertently hinder our development. This habit not only causes stagnation in our minds but also in our emotions and spirit, making life dull and lacking excitement. This leads to a life where personal potential remains unexplored, and self-imposed limits hold us back. Each time we accept and overcome a challenge, we build not just personal strength but also self-respect and confidence. These achievements nourish the soul and inspire us to keep striving. In every challenge, there are valuable lessons about ourselves and the world around us. Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor and also a Stoic philosopher, wrote, "Our life is what our thoughts make it." By challenging ourselves, we not only change our perception of what we can achieve but also how we view and approach life. An important step in leaving the comfort zone is identifying and confronting our fears. This may involve setting small, achievable goals that gradually push us beyond our self-imposed boundaries. Each small step is a stepping stone to greater leaps in the future. Consider the case of Clara, an architect who had spent many years avoiding important client meetings due to feelings of anxiety and fear of crowds. However, when a breakthrough project in her career required a live presentation before an investment board, Clara decided to confront her fears. She enrolled in a presentation skills course and gradually regained confidence through confidence-building exercises and communication skills. This process not only enhanced Clara's presentation abilities but also expanded her negotiation skills and understanding of clients. By the presentation day, Clara had not only convinced the investment board with her deep understanding of the project but also demonstrated her leadership capabilities. The confidence and poise Clara displayed not only led to success in this project but also opened doors to future leadership opportunities. Stoicism teaches us not just to face adversity but also to understand the value of maintaining virtues in any situation. By practicing virtues such as courage, patience, and integrity, we not only overcome challenges but also develop a stronger and more stable self. By facing and conquering challenges, we not only strengthen our resilience but also develop an indomitable spirit. This is a profound lesson Stoicism offers. In every challenge, there is not only difficulty but also an opportunity for us to become stronger and more complete. Your reflection is very important. Have you ever faced a challenge that seemed insurmountable? How did you find the strength to face it and ultimately overcome it? Please share your unique perspective below. Habit number 5, dwelling on the past. Each of us has experienced unforgettable moments and indelible memories, which could be from times of joy or sorrow. Injuries are hard to forget quickly, even a small wound can awaken pain. However, if we constantly dwell on the past, allowing it to control and impact our present and future, it is not worthwhile. We cannot change the past, and if we continue to mourn over bygone issues, we will miss out on many new opportunities that await us. When we live with memories and mistakes, we trap ourselves in a cycle of regret and self-blame. This action is like carrying an unnecessary burden on our shoulders, hindering our progress forward. Some people can't stop thinking about past events, wondering if they could have changed something or feeling ashamed of the decisions they made. In doing so, they not only keep themselves stuck in the past but also lose the chance to create positive experiences in the future. For example, consider someone who failed in running a business. They invested a lot of effort and finances into the project, but ultimately the business went bankrupt. Since then, they can't stop pondering their mistakes, blaming themselves for not making the right decisions or for not foreseeing the risks. Every time they see someone else succeed, they feel inferior and unable to overcome the pain of their failure. The Stoic approach in this situation is to recognize that everything that happened in the past is unchangeable. Epictetus, another Stoic philosopher, said, "It's not what happens to you but how you react to it that matters." This quote encourages us to look forward instead of tormenting ourselves over past events. Rather than wasting time thinking about what's lost, focus on what you can do to improve the future. In the case of a business failure, they can use the lessons learned from their failure to move forward. If they can let go of living in the past and focus on the present, they can create new opportunities for themselves. They might start a new project, this time armed with the knowledge and experience from their previous mistakes. This is how Stoicism teaches us to move forward, unimpeded by the burdens of the past. Above all, Stoicism encourages us to live in the present because it is only in the present that we can change our lives. Living in the past only causes us to lose time and energy, precious resources that could be used to build a better future. Instead of letting the past control you, take control of your thoughts and decide how you want to shape your life. Habit number 6, indulging in excessive materialism. Have you ever wondered why moments of happiness are often fleeting and why we always feel like something is missing despite having everything? This is the trap of materialism, a misguided journey in search of happiness. This widespread belief not only weakens our spirits and emotions but also leads us away from the true essence of Stoic philosophy, where true happiness is found from within. Materialism is the excessive elevation of the value of owning physical assets under the belief that they are essential for happiness or status. But does that satisfaction ever last? We often find ourselves in a relentless cycle of desire, where each new item brings only temporary joy, quickly fading away and leaving a deep void that demands to be filled. This ceaseless pursuit not only drains our financial resources but also exhausts our spirit and emotions, keeping us in a constant state of seeking validation through what we own. Seneca, one of the great Stoic philosophers, once said, "It is not the man who has too little but the man who craves more that is poor." Through this insightful advice, Seneca wants us to realize that true wealth does not come from what we accumulate but from being content and satisfied with what we already have. He urges us to clearly distinguish between want and need and to live a life prioritizing necessities over endless desires. Take, for example, Oscar, a successful businessman. He has everything anyone could wish for, a luxury apartment, the latest model car, and a wardrobe full of expensive suits. Yet inside, Oscar feels empty. His successful career and abundant assets do not bring him the deep satisfaction he seeks. His life passes in long working hours and superficial relationships, where the constant pursuit of more becomes the only goal. It is only when illness forces Oscar to pause that he truly re-evaluates his life. During his downtime, he explores Stoic philosophy and begins to realize the value of simplicity and inner satisfaction. Oscar gradually changed his lifestyle, reducing his dependence on material possessions and spending more time on his long-neglected passion for painting. He also began investing time in genuine relationships with friends who cared about him, not for what he owned. The joy Oscar found in these simple pleasures and meaningful connections was incomparable to anything he had experienced before. His life began to be filled with moments of true and profound contentment, a change he never imagined possible before. To escape the trap of materialism, we should adopt two methods: mindfulness and gratitude. Mindfulness helps us live in the present and appreciate every moment, reducing the need to chase unnecessary material things. Meanwhile, gratitude brings a deep awareness of the blessings we have, from relationships and health to the small daily joys. By nurturing these attitudes, we not only reduce our dependency on material goods but also enrich our lives from the inside out. Ask yourself, in my recent shopping, did the things I bought truly bring lasting happiness or just momentary satisfaction? And how could shifting focus to inner fulfillment change the way I pursue happiness? Please leave your answers in the comments below. Habit number 7, seeking external validation. Have you ever felt deeply disappointed when you did not receive praise or recognition from others? Here is a classic example: an office worker might spend an entire week preparing for an important presentation. Instead of focusing on delivering the best content, he constantly worries about how his boss and colleagues will react. As a result, this anxiety not only fails to improve his performance but also diminishes the quality of his work. The famous Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "We are not disturbed by what happens to us but by our thoughts about what happens to us." This is a powerful reminder of the control we can and should have over ourselves. We cannot control the emotions and thoughts of others, but we are fully capable of controlling how we respond to their judgments. Stoic philosophy encourages us to practice internal acceptance, independent of external approval. This process begins with recognizing and re-evaluating our worth not through the eyes of others. This requires the courage to face the fear of rejection or lack of recognition and gradually build a foundation of confidence and self-respect. Ultimately, Stoicism is not just a way of life but a journey where we learn to live with ourselves serenely and independently. As you begin to let go of your dependence on others' approval, you will discover that your true strength lies in your ability to accept and love yourself without any external recognition. In each of our journeys, becoming aware of and letting go of unhealthy habits is a crucial step for self-transformation. Ask yourself, are these habits hindering your life? What will you change after watching this video? If you find the content in this video useful, please like and share it with your friends and family. Leave a comment below about which habit you are determined to change. And finally, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any videos from us to help you become stronger every day. Continue to watch the upcoming videos displayed at the end of today's video so you don't miss out on the journey to pursue Stoic philosophy. Together, we will explore and practice Stoic philosophy to transform our lives for the better.